Lots of small birds have narrow, pointed beaks like this. These beaks act like tweezers, picking something small out of a crowded space. Beaks like these are really good at getting seeds out of a bunch of rocks, like these crows are doing here. Or this bird, it uses its small pointed beak to pick insects off of the ground. Or check out this bird. It's a finch. It uses its beak to pick seeds off of this plant. So these beaks are good at picking small bits of food out of a crowded space. What about the other beak shape you tried in the activity? The beak that ducks have. It's a wide, scoop-like beak. It's hard for this beak to pick seeds out of a bunch of rocks. But that doesn't mean that this isn't a good beak. This beak is just good at something else. Did you get your paper duck beak to scoop up lots of food at once, like this? Well, that's what a duck beak is good for. If you watch ducks eat, you can see that they use their beaks like a spoon. They can scoop up lots of plants on the water all at once. Here are some ducks eating out of a bowl, almost like eating cereal. These birds don't mind if they accidentally scoop up some of the water too. They'll just drink that. It's kind of like how we eat cereal. We use a spoon to scoop it up. You're okay with having a little milk in there. But imagine trying to eat cereal with a pair of tweezers. Now that'd be silly. So, duck beaks are good at some things, and warbler beaks are good at other things. The shape and size of a bird's beak tells you something about how the beak works. You can look at a bird's beak and make a pretty good guess about what a bird eats. Warblers pick insects or seeds with their beaks, like a pair of tweezers. Ducks scoop up pond plants, like a spoon. But these aren't the only kinds of beaks. Look at the beak of this, a pelican. What does the shape and size of its beak tell you about what it eats? Well, let's watch. Here's a person throwing a fish to a pelican. Whoa, did you see that? Or check this out. Here's a pelican diving its head into the water. Watch what it does. It's almost hard to believe this, but a pelican uses its beak like a fishing net. Its beak is so big and stretchy, it can dive into the water after a school of fish and either grab lots of fish at once, or in this case, you can see it used it to catch a pretty big fish. Now, what about other beaks? Have you ever seen this bird? It's a hummingbird. It has a long beak, like a straw, which is perfect for what they eat. Hummingbirds can use their beaks to reach deep into flowers and slurp some of the sugary nectar that's found inside of every flower. Now, what about a flower that's this long and narrow, though? No hummingbird could reach its beak into that, right? Well, this is actually no problem for this hummingbird, the sword-billed hummingbird. It has the longest beak of any hummingbird. Watch it use its beak to eat. And there are even more types of bird beaks you can find when you go look for birds. We'll give you some tips in the extras for ideas of what to look for. Have fun and stay curious.